Good morning, how are we doing? Did you have a nice weekend? Welcome to your very first subscriber voted video. If you're not in the loop, we started a music club this year called Honorary Mentions, and I give you 10 songs each month. You pick your favourite, and at the end of the month I do a dedicated video on the most popular song. By far the song you enjoyed the most for January was Dive by Olivia Dean, so that is what we'll be exploring today. So settle in, it's going to be a good one, and let's dive in. So who is Olivia Dean? She's had an extraordinary buzz around her for the past couple of years, and for very, very good reason. Born the daughter of an English father and a Windrush generation mother, she grew up in London, where the local music scene and her heritage had a big impact on her. With the middle name Lauren, spelled with a Y after Miss Hill, her life was filled with music, and she quickly got involved with things like musical theatre lessons and gospel choir practice. At the age of 15, she was accepted into the Brit School, and yes, that is Brit as in the Brit Awards. It's a school funded by the British Recording Industry Trust. It's a performance and creative arts school in Croydon, and it is responsible for turning out some of the most iconic talents in Britain, including Adele, Amy Winehouse, Jessie J, Leona Lewis, Loyal Kana, Ray, Rizzle Kicks, and Tom Holland, just to name like a few. This journey was a 3-hour round trip every single day for her, but of course, no distance is too far for the Brit School. She was lucky enough to be approached by her now manager at her graduation concert, and this manager got her right in front of Rudimental to audition, and she was hired by Rudimental as a singer at the age of 17. November 2019, she put out her debut EP, OK Love You Bye, and this gained so much traction that she was offered and signed a recording contract with EMI Records. December 2020 saw her sophomore EP released, which is called What Am I Gonna Do on Sundays, and everything sort of picked up very quickly from there. 2021, she was named Breakthrough Artist of the Year by Amazon Music, and then that brings her to 2023 when she released her debut full-length album, Messy, which was received with shimmering praise. Enemy called it vibrant, consistent, and brimming with life. BBC Music Introducing named her their Artist of the Year, and Messy was shortlisted for the very prestigious Mercury Prize. Dive is one of the lead singles from Messy, but before we jump into the lyrics, I just wanted to recognise the powerhouse team behind it all. We obviously have Olivia on the writing team, but she's also joined by Max Wolfgang, who's written for Blackpink, Ash Nico, Zara Larsson, even Celine Dion, and Bastian Longebeck, who works with Jess Glynn, Jessie Ware, all the famous British Jessies. Bastian is also on the production team alongside Trey Jean-Marie, who works with Little Mix and Joy Crooks, and this is the coolest discovery for me, Aqualung. For ages now, I've been thinking, wow, Olivia just reminds me of Lianne La Havas in the way that their voices dance between raw and buttery, and would you believe it? Aqualung has produced pretty much everything that Lianne has put out. Such a killer team with so much combined experience with British female powerhouse artists, and we love to see it. Now let's get into these lyrics. It isn't working. I'm a tidal wave of question marks, and you're just surfing, leaning into me like it's an art. I mean, so beautiful. Oh my god, I could just do the whole video on just this verse. So this tidal wave of question marks is such a powerful analogy because, you know, it's overwhelming, it's overpowering, and it's unstoppable. It has this huge potential for harm if you try and get in its way. But this guy is just taking it in his stride and adapting with the movements. As someone who absolutely loves watching surfing documentaries, I really appreciate this image in my mind. It's something that really speaks to me, the way surfers make something so fraught with risk seem so easy, looks so beautiful, and feel so in sync with nature. I love the little piano tinkle we get at the end of the word surfing. To me, and I have synesthesia, but it evokes crystalline waters and this sense of ease. When you deal with these big waves, there has to be some level of unconditional acceptance there, because the second you try to fight it or control it, then you're in big trouble. So I think this metaphor is used to show this unconditional acceptance that he has for Olivia. In a previous song called Password Change, Olivia already broached this subject. She sang, I can be a handful that you so easily handle. She has this awe for her partner. It's so crazy. Lately you just understand my feelings. Make me see I'm capable and fine and feeling beautified. Tonight I'm ready to dive. She gets such a beautiful assurance from her partner, and going forward this is something that I'm going to be looking for in relationships, because it should just be a given. Like, it shouldn't be hard to get, or a task to get your partner to relieve doubt. I really just want to focus in on the choice of the word beautified instead of beautiful. Feeling beautiful would have been an absolutely fine thing to say here, and it would have made a lot of sense, but Olivia just pushed her songwriting that little bit further by choosing the word beautified, because this word offers a transformation. She has been beautified through this relationship. That word selection is just such a small little change that brings so much more depth and meaning to the lyrics, and I'm really impressed by it. I think a lot of people should be taking a leaf out of her book. I just love talking about the power of language. Maybe it's the loving in your eyes, I'm here, see through. Maybe it's the magic in the wine, I'm feeling loose. I really like that line, I'm here, see through, because I think there's like two different perspectives it can have. In one way, she's saying, I'm here and I'm see-through, because this man just can see her. You know, it's impossible to hide from him. And on the other hand, it can also be taken like an invitation, like, here I am and I'm now welcoming you to look in. It's an act of surrender, but also a statement of empowerment at the same time. I just love it. Maybe it's the fact that every time I fall, I lose it all, but you've got me from my head to my feet and I'm ready to dive. So there is that initial trepidation caused by previous relationships. She has a tendency to fall quickly and lose herself in them. And to acknowledge that is a real act of vulnerability. However, this guy has been able to be calm and consistent, and it also seems like he's waited for her. He's waited until she's ready, and I think that's just really lovely, because the water's warm and nothing is wrong. It's all right. I'm coming out and diving in tonight. This verse just really solidifies the safety that this man is able to provide. You know, the water is warm. It's easy to get in. There's ease. That there's a whole ease to this relationship. I think it's really sweet the way this is worded, because it almost seems like this safety is something that this guy has been well aware of the whole time, but he's given her the space and time to come to that conclusion herself. If we go back to that image of him riding the wave, you know, it's the patience and the respect. What I just really love about Olivia's writing is that it's not necessarily the most complicated thing. There's no sort of purple prose, as it were, but you can still build such a story out of it. Our last bit of fresh lyrics is the bridge, which repeats, diving into you, diving into me, want to swim good and I want to swim deep. This just really furthers her declaration, or her statement of intent to, you know, commit and engage in this relationship. It's not just some casual thing. She's swimming good and deep. It's not surface level. And she's also ready to explore facets within herself. She's ready to address all those question marks. And she's able to do that in this comfortability and security of this love. I just think everything that Olivia's put out has this sparkling divinity to it. You know, it's raw, but it's magical. Like I said at the beginning, there's a reason that there's been so much buzz around her lately, and I can't wait to see where she goes from here. I think there's real potential there for British legend status. I will be tuning in on Sunday, March 3rd, to see how she fares at the Brit Awards. She's up for 3, Best Pop Act, British Artist of the Year and Best New Artist. And I don't know about you, but I personally think she has a shot in taking out a hat trick. I really hope you enjoyed this, and with all of my song analysis videos, this is just all my interpretation. Everyone's going to have a different opinion, and that is actively encouraged on this channel. So if you have an alternate view or just want to build on something that's already been said, please get the conversation started in the comments below. I will see you in there. If this is our first time meeting, hello, I'm Honor, and if you would like to join our little family here on YouTube, we would love to have you. And all you have to do on your end is subscribe. Hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you very soon.